Okay, Professor Collage recently spoke about this 6-month position, or a derivative of this 6-month position, for if someone's really quite tight, say L5S1, and the spine is acting a bit like the hip. So in order to change that, we need to be able to almost get the back feel like it's hanging, so the pelvis is hanging from the perspective of the diaphragm, and that we pressurise from the lateral ribs, and we're actually able to push the pelvis away and get the length of the spine down. So you can imagine the effect of that on the paraspinal musculature. So same setup as we've been working on, which is to get good chest position, good intra-abdominal pressure, come up with the legs. Now when I take hold here, I want to disturb both the length and width of my body as minimally as possible. But even if I do disturb it, I'm going to work on it in the position via my pressure. So I'm grabbing hold of the pad of the foot, and I'm getting the knees lined up with like the middle of my arm. Now I ask about like pelvic position relative to legs, so I can use my femurs to know. And now I'm starting to work from like the lateral rib wall and creating a push. At the same time, I'm asking like the width of my shoulders so I can feel my back ribs. I want them to come in towards the floor. Okay. Now this will sound a bit weird, but I want to feel like I can get the pressure to my hip rotators. So I've now got it really to the level of the pubis. I'm now inside the pelvic basin, and I've just lit up my hip rotators now. So it's a very strong version of caudal pelvis. And I'm working on not hanging onto my feet too tight. So as I'm here, I'm trying to lessen my grip, not increase it. So I want my periphery, my extremities, to feel like they're floating away from this proximal body. Now you can obviously stay here as long as you like, but for the purposes of the demo, that's good. The other thing I like to do to finish is just to play a little bit with the flexion and extension, and it really gets into like the base of the sacrum, where the structures come onto the ischial tuberosity, the sit bones. Now if I can do that as I keep my pressure, I can get a lot of freedom through the posterior chain.